welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to another fragrance video. Hope you had a good start of the new year. Today we're gonna take a look at 10 fragrances that I would never stop recommending. If you are looking for some really weird and special niche fragrances, you can look the other way, because they're not gonna be here. I just focus on compliment getting fragrances with good price value proposition, and that I know works for me and ladies love it. If you have these fragrances, you can basically cover the whole year around. So if we start with the little bit more lighter scents, I would start with a super inexpensive fragrance that I would use only when it's really hot outside, maybe when I'm, maybe on a vacation in a really hot type of environment, going to the beach, just took a bath in the ocean, and I want to refresh myself, but I don't want to have anything that smells too much. I just want to have some really light fragrance, and this is 4711. The scent itself, it's really nice. Almost leans to this unisex type of scent. Just fresh, clean citrus fragrance, really easy to like, easy to wear, perfect for the really high heat. The performance is not so good, but it's because this is so inexpensive, you can just spray it along. Okay, next up, another fresh fragrance that is better performing and a little bit more niche type of quality to it. This is Jour Artisan Pure. I know a lot of people talk about this in the fragrance community, but there's a reason behind it, because it's so good. It has some special notes to it. It has a combination florals and fresh citrus notes in this one, with some niche twist to it that makes it really appealing to even the really hot-headed frag heads that only want some special type of fragrances. I really like this. It smells actually better, much better on the skin than just on a stick. But I already have some Aventus on me today, so lovely fragrance, pretty inexpensive nowadays. I think you can get it for around 50 to 60 bucks for a bottle of Jour Artisan Pure. Perfect summer fragrance. We move into a little bit more, actually I have a lot of fresh fragrances here, I noticed, but I like fresh fragrances, so you just have to bear with me. If you're looking for some spicy fragrances, I'm not the reviewer you're gonna watch, not this video. Next up on this video is a little bit more mature, dressed up fragrance, pretty upscaled in my opinion. It doesn't have this mass appeal type of quality that a lot of the other fragrances do. This is not a compliment beast. Especially in the younger girls, they don't really like this because it has some mossy dry down accord. And this is Tom Ford Beau de Jour. It's a lavender heavy fragrance with a oak moss that has this old school type of smell to it. Bright mint opening, then it comes to the lavender, and then it comes to the oak moss. It's a fragrance I just wear for myself. If you want something that is pretty mature, have some more old school gentleman type of vibe, this is a fragrance that it is really good, but I know it's not a compliment beast. So if you want a compliment beast, don't buy this, but I still recommend it to the guys who like this type of lavender, mossy type of scents. Awesome fragrance from Tom Ford. Next up, we have a fragrance that I've talked about a lot here because I think it's a good price value proposition. People say it doesn't perform, but that's not true actually. This performs as good as the Nautica Voyage, as good as the Prada Homme fragrances, as good as actually the Aventus. I don't know why people hate on this, and it's Beau from Jean Paul Gaultier, what was released last year, 2 years ago now, almost 2 years ago, 2019. It's a coconut-based fragrance with a hint of bergamot and tonka bean. This is pretty weird because this in the dry down, I think this dries down to a more tart bergamot type of scent. That's pretty weird, I think. I noticed it a couple of days ago when I had it on my skin, that it opens up with this coconut and this pretty sweet, invigorating, pretty cozy, warm, sexy type of scent. Then when it dries down, it becomes even fresher, a little bit tart freshness, a little bit like Aqua Amara, but not exactly like Aqua Amara, but you know, that tart bergamot that is almost too bitter. I really like this, girls love it, so if you haven't checked this out, try it. Okay, next up, we have an inexpensive fragrance, 20 bucks I think, you can get 100 milliliter for this one. It's the Nautica Voyage. And I've heard the new batches and bottles of this doesn't perform as good as this one. This is a pretty old bottle. I don't know when I bought it, but it's a pretty old bottle. Anyways, it's okay performing. This is for the guy who likes to be on a boat in the summertime, just likes to be active. It's a fresh and clean, out of the shower type of scent. All girls like this fragrance. It's a really super easy to like fragrance. It's nothing that's gonna blow you off your chair if you are a fragrance collector, not at all, but if you just want the inexpensive, fresh and clean fragrance with okay performance that people will say, oh, you smell really good. This is one of the best inexpensive fragrances I know. So we go to the number 6 on this list. It's an expensive fragrance, of course. Most talked about fragrance maybe in the community ever, Creed Aventus. Older bottle here. I think this is a 2018 batch of Creed Aventus. I like this because it's a really masculine fragrance. It smells a little bit like I could imagine an emperor that is conquering lands.
We fall with the baddest emperors.
And by bad, we don't mean good.
It's not worth the money per se, but if you have the money and money is no problem for you, you should at least try this fragrance. But don't buy this just because you want compliments from girls, because the other fragrances here is better actually in the compliment category. This is more like, some people have it like a status symbol when they're going out, when they have a show that they have money. I don't give a shit about that. Of course don't wear it because I think I have money and stuff like that, because I'm not rich. So I just wear it because I like the scent. I don't know if I would buy it today, but Creed Aventus is another recommendation if you have the cash and you want to burn some money on some juice that's gonna make you smell good and nothing else. Another fragrance great for the office, Prada Homme L'Eau. And why I recommend Prada Homme L'Eau is just a basic personal preference. You can also go with the Prada Homme, the original, because that is a little bit more heavy on the powdery iris than this one. But because I think sometimes the powdery iris from the Prada Homme could be, to me, a little bit overpowering sometimes. And I think this is like a good middle ground, you know, when the sweetness from the iris and the freshness that they have added to this fragrance. So it's a little bit more toned down in the heavy powdery iris. This is a white shirt type of fragrance, freshly washed white shirt that is hang drying in a garden. That's the vibe I get from this fragrance. Constantly get compliments for this one. It's pretty overlooked here in Sweden. I don't think that a lot of people here like buy Prada Homme L'Eau. I think they rather buy the Versace Eros, maybe some Acqua di Joe or some Spice Bomb or something like that. Highly, highly recommend Prada Homme L'Eau. 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. I only picked 9 fragrances. Okay, so it's 9 fragrances. Whatever. Next up is a great long-lasting summer fragrance from Dolce Gabbana. Light blue or intense Pour Homme. It smells pretty salty. Salty ocean with a splash of fruits. Salty summer type of water with a little fruit basket and also some bergamot on the top. It smells like a summer day at the beach, actually. After beach type of vibe, you're a little sunburned. A lot of people think it's a sexy fragrance. Girls say a lot, this smells sexy, if I can say that. Try to get it discounted. I think they have good prices on Fragrance X, for example. Last one today from Versace. It's called Versace Eros. I got this 200 milliliter bottle for 53 bucks, so it's pretty inexpensive if you can find it discounted. Great fragrance, compliment puller, out of this world. Girls really love this fragrance. Nothing new, but you know, I'm not here to brag about my big niche fragrance collection. I'm not that guy. I want to have fragrances that works good, that makes me smell good, makes me smell attractive, and so on and so forth. Because there's more important things in life than fragrances, guys. So that's just what I want to say today. And these are my fragrances that I would recommend to anyone. If you have a lot of niche fragrances, good for you. I don't really want to recommend anyone, like all of them, to the general public, because I don't know really like who is watching my videos. Maybe you just watch it for the first time. Maybe you just come into this fragrance community yesterday and you don't really know what to buy. So that's why I don't want to recommend you any niche fragrances, because these works actually better than a lot of niche fragrances. That's why I don't really push this type of niche fragrances. That's it for today, guys. Hope you have a great start of 2021. Yeah, that's about it. Thank you for watching. See you the next time. Bye bye.